Right. We are live yet again on Does Football Stand. Welcome back if you've just joined. We're live yet again. It's Donald Johnson from Middlesbrough, North East of England again. And this is your, I'd say, Europa League draw. This is your Europa League draw. Not much interest for me, to be honest with you, with the fact that none of my teams are in this. Do this. Let me just get done to the stream. But welcome if you have just joined, and please drop a like, very much appreciated. And get your comments and stuff in the live chat. Who do you want to play in this draw? Are you an Arsenal fan, Chelsea fan, Celtic fan? I'm looking mainly out for the English teams and the obviously Celtic. Chelsea coasted through it. Chelsea smashed through their group. So we'll find out what the terms and conditions are. So I'm not sure how it works. The Europa League 1. Champions League 1 was a bit confusing, but the Europa League 1 I don't know, because that'll be more confusing probably. So yeah, some obviously the teams that are in this, there's 32 teams obviously. With it being the round of 32, it's the first knockout round. Europa League's different. So it's the round of 32. We've got 8 teams from the Champions League who finished third in their groups. We've got obviously the other 24 teams that finished first and second in the Europa League groups as well. On the road to Baku, I think that is in Kazakhstan or something, and it's definitely not. Can't remember where that is, but that's where the final's getting held this year. So here we go with the man. It's the man with glasses again.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's the man with glasses again. The UEFA Deputy General Secretary Giorgio Marchetti, who I still keep thinking is Swedish, but I still keep thinking he's Swedish for some reason. So the man with glasses again. So, ouch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting closer to the draw, and all of the 32 teams left in this competition will be hopeful of holding this trophy on the 29th of
So it's 32 teams, then it'll be down to 16, then down to 8, 4, 2, and then you know what's it, whoever wins it. The final's on the 29th of May in Baku.
You will find out who I'm talking about in this video.
So it is Celsia Sasic. She's the lady footballer who is going to be doing the draw today alongside someone else who we don't know. 63 goals for Germany. 2009-2013 UEFA Women's Championships. Oh yeah, she's from Frankfurt, isn't she? Yeah, Frankfurt ladies. Celia Sasic. She's Deutsch. A Deutsch women's footballer. Now,
and now it's not finished. It's the turn of another football legend.
We're going to wait and find out the terms and conditions for this draw.
This illustrious trophy.
Well, Carvalho. Well, Ricardo Carvalho will be the other one that's doing the draw. Won the Champions League in 2004 with FC Porto. Carvalho, a 2003 UEFA Cup winner in Seville. Ricardo Carvalho, a Portuguese legend.
Please welcome on stage the 2003 winner of the UEFA Cup, Ricardo Carvalho.
Get your comments in the live chat as well, and if you have joined, please drop a like, very much appreciated.
Welcome, Ricardo. So, Celia, two German teams in this round of 32. How do you rate their chances to progress?
Well, Frankfurt is playing a fantastic season so far, and Leverkusen, well, is also a really talented team. So
We're still waiting for the draw to start.
how they will come, but I think
And when the draw starts, we'll obviously get into main business.
We have a lot of matches to see it, and Ricardo, you played one of the best and most exciting finals of this.
Bayern are going to lose to Liverpool, probably, but who knows? I'm not even certain if we will, but who knows? Football's a funny game. So you just have to wait and see.
Oh, did you know Aaron Robbins leaving at the end of the season?
Yeah, he's retiring. I know
Now
that.
he's going to somewhere else, some Italian club or something after him.
He's supposed to be retiring.
No, he's going to another club. Just leaving.
Won't make much difference, to be honest with you. God. Right, I did predictions for the Europa League draw. Celtic ended up with Krasnodar when I did it. We ended up with Arsenal against Wenez. And we ended up with... Where did Chelsea? Chelsea got Napoli, so... I don't know how the terms and conditions are, but we'll soon get on with it. By the way, if you joined, and if you are new, welcome to Doz's Football, son and gentlemen. Obviously... The 12 group winners, the 12 winners up, and the 8 third place teams from the Champions League group stage.
This round of 32 will be played according to the knockout system. In accordance with the competition regulations, the UEFA administration will fix the kick-off times. The full fixture list will be available after the draw ceremony at 2:15. The following principles will apply for the draw. Clubs from the same association cannot be drawn against each other.
So clubs from the same country can't draw against each other.
And the 4 best third-ranked teams from the UEFA Champions League group stage are drawn against the 12 UEFA Europa League group runners-up and the remaining third-ranked teams from the UEFA Champions League group stage. The winners and runners-up of the same group cannot be drawn against each other. The 16 teams play the return.
Yeah, teams can't play against each other if they win the same group.
As the decision earlier taken by UEFA is still in place, teams from Russia and Ukraine shall not be drawn together.
Teams from Russia and Ukraine cannot be drawn together. I don't know why that's the case.
The 16 balls containing the names of the unseeded teams will be placed in a ball, while the balls containing the names of their potential opponents are picked from the top of seeded teams. The computer will indicate, after drawing each unseeded team, which group winners or best third-ranked teams can be drawn against them in accordance with the conditions just explained. Should we have only one team eligible to be drawn against,
and I thought the Champions League format was confusing. And I thought the terms and conditions of the Champions League were confusing. This is more confusing. By the way, welcome to Wob. Thanks for joining the stream. Welcome to Ricardo Nobil. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'll be honest with you, I'm not very good at pronouncing names in Danish. Ashwaf, thanks for joining as well. Please drop a like you haven't already done so. Which team do you support? Which team are you wanting? If you're a Celtic or Chelsea or Arsenal fan or whatever team you are, who do you want your team to face in this draw? Let me know in the live chat down below. And please feel free to drop a like. And if you want to share the stream around on social media, then please feel free to do that. They've got seeded teams, unseeded teams as well, and we've obviously got the 8 teams from the UEFA Champions League. So I'm looking mainly at Chelsea, Arsenal, and Celtic. I'm I don't support them. The channel's not based on them, but just doing it because there's a lot of Arsenal and Chelsea fans that watch the channel. So yeah, get your comments in the live chat. Who do you want your team to play? We are starting now.
Our seeded teams, and let's go with the first team of the first.
So the first team out of the pot, it's the Group Runners Up / the Champions League Group 3rd place. Victoria Pilsen.
FC Victoria Pilsen is the first team drawn, and for Victoria Pilsen, all the options are possible.
Victoria Pilsen, I believe they were from the Champions League, I believe. So Victoria Pilsen is the first team out from Czech Republic. If you want to put the, if anyone wants to type up the games in the live chat, please feel free. Because I'm probably not going to do, because there'll be about 16 games. Just on the Champions League draw, and it didn't go well for Bayern Munich. Ended up with Liverpool. United ended up with PSG. Unlike Spurs, who had that Borussia Dortmund. So here we go then. So Ricardo Carvalho will be drawing the next team. So who will Victoria Pilsen be up against in the round of 32? Victoria Pilsen got Eintracht Frankfurt when I did it.
So Victoria Pilsen versus Dynamo.
Victoria Pilsen will be against Victoria Pilsen will be against Dynamo Zagreb from Croatia. Ricardo Nobel says, I'm here with my mate who supports Inter Milan. Good team. Good team. Club Brugge, another Champions League 3rd team. The second team from the Champions League, another team who finished 3rd in the group stage. They can play Leverkusen. Well, I think everyone's... Yeah, all the teams are open apart from, obviously, Dynamo Zagreb. Genk, they cannot play against Genk because they're obviously Belgian. Everyone else is available. Obviously, Napoli are in here after getting dropped into the Champions League by Liverpool. Oh, Europa League. I'm saying Champions League. Europa League. So. And Club Brugge will be against... They got Villarreal when I did it, so it was Villarreal when I did it. They'll be against Red Bull Salzburg of the Austrian Bundesliga. Against Red Bull Salzburg, who obviously dropped into... They managed to scrape through, and so did Celtic. Next to Rapid Vienna. Rapid Vienna, when I did this, got Fenerbahce. All the teams that are in the pot for Rapid Vienna, you can play all the teams. Villarreal cannot play against Rapid Vienna for some reason. Get your balls out, come on. Right, we've got all the balls in the tub now. So, who will play Rapid Vienna? Who knocked out Rangers as well? Who's playing Rapid Vienna? It is Inter Milan. It's FC Internazionale Milano. It's the Italian team, Inter Milan, who... I think dropped into the they dropped into the Europa League from the Champions League. So Inter Milan will be against Rapid Vienna. Tough game that. I don't really close want to call that. Next one is Slavia Praha, based in Prague in Czech Republic. Slavia Prague of Czech Republic, I believe. In your own time. Slavia Prague got Shakhtar when I did it. Ooh.
Slavia Prague.
Slavia Prague will be against KRC Genk. It's the Czech team against the Belgian Giants Genk. The Goodfellow Film Production, thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm alright, cheers, thanks for joining. FC Krasnodar. They got Celtic when I did it. FC Krasnodar of Russia. They cannot play against anyone from Ukraine, which I don't understand why that's the case. They can't play Sevilla, Dynamo Kiev, or the Russian teams either. Who do you want your team to face? Chelsea, Celtic and Arsenal haven't come out yet. So, FC Krasnodar, they'll be against... Ooh. Nah, I can't put the games in chat because there's too many of them. There's going to be 16 games. But I will tell you what's up in a minute. So that's FC Krasnodar versus Bayer Leverkusen. At the end of this draw, when the draw's finished, I'll obviously go through the draw again, for those who missed it. FC Zurich. FC Zurich. I don't know where they're based. Where are they based? Zurich. Is that Croatia? Something, I don't know where that is. Where's Zurich based? I'm not very good at geography, so if anyone knows where Zurich is, that'd be helpful. I'm thinking Croatia, I don't know. And anyway, FC Zurich will be against Napoli. FC Zurich will be against Napoli, who dropped down into the Europa League after getting beat 1-0 against Liverpool through a Mo Salah goal in the final game of the group stage. They lost against Liverpool, which meant that Liverpool went through and they ended up getting knocked out into the Europa League. Next one, Malmö FF of Sweden, the Swedish big giants. The teams they could play are Zenit, Arsenal, Real Betis, Villarreal, Sevilla, Dynamo Kiev, Chelsea, Benfica, Valencia. I don't know what the other team was, it went too fast for me there. So, Malmö FF, the Swedish Giants, up against when Ricardo Carvalho, by the way, decides to open the balls. He can't get the ball open. This happened last time. Malmö FF will be against Chelsea FC. Malmö will be against Chelsea. I think Aaron will be happy with that. And I think David Oyle will be happy with that as well. Chelsea travel to Sweden for the first game against Malmö. Not as easy as what I think they'd like, because Malmö's not an easy team to play against at all. Shakhtar Donetsk are at home in the first game. They cannot play Zenit. They can play Arsenal, Betis, Frankfurt, Villarreal, Sevilla, Valencia and Benfica. If you just joined, please drop a like, very much appreciated. Keep getting your comments in the live chat. Later on for probably some FIFA content, I think. Get it open then. So Shakhtar Donetsk will be against Eintracht Frankfurt of the Deutsche Bundesliga. Obviously, Bayern Munich fan. I know what Eintracht Frankfurt are like. But Bayern currently have Frankfurt's ex-manager who did very well, pretty decent with them. Frankfurt doing pretty well in the Europa League, so I think that'll be an interesting game. Shakhtar against Frankfurt. Celtic FC. Here we go. Celtic, the only Scottish team remaining in the Europa League after Rangers got knocked out in the group stage by Rapid Vienna in a 1-0 defeat, and Aberdeen got knocked out by Burnley in the playoffs. So Celtic, the only Scottish team remaining in this competition. Celtic will be up against... when he can get the ball open. There we go. Who were they against? Oh, I think that's Celtic out. I think Celtic are out there. I think Celtic are out of there because they've got Valencia. Valencia's a very tough team to play against. Celtic obviously going to be at home at Celtic Park for the first game, and then they'll travel to the Mestalla to play Valencia, who United lost 2-1 against in the most recent European game. Stade Rennais of France will be against... they cannot play Dynamo Kiev. They must have been in the same group as them. Valencia dropped into the Europa League after finishing third in the Champions League group stage. They're in the same group as United and Juventus. So, not Valencia, who was this? Stade Rennais. They'll be against Real Betis of Spain. Real Betis doing pretty decent in the La Liga and also doing pretty well in the Europa League. That's match 10. Got another 6 games left to do. 6 games left to do. Olympiacos of Greece, the Greece Giants. Greek Giants, Olympiacos. So Celtic against Valencia, that's a very tough game for Celtic. Chelsea against Malmo, I think Chelsea have that one in the bag, I'll be honest with you. Benfica, Dynamo Kiev and Sevilla, they can play, and they can play against the other ones, which I couldn't see. So, who will Olympiacos, the Greece Giants, be up against? They'll be up against Dynamo Kiev. Dynamo Kiev of Ukraine. One of the Ukrainian Giants. Another one of the Ukrainian Giants against Stade Rennais. Lazio, the Italian team that share the stadium, the Stadio Olimpico. They share it with Roma. They can play Sevilla, Benfica. They can play... Oh, it keeps going too fast. So, not many teams left to draw. Lazio will be against at the Stadio Olimpico for the first game against... Oh! Not an easy one. Lazio versus Sevilla FC. Obviously, Sevilla, they've won the Europa League quite a couple of times. They've won the Europa League. I think the most recent one was against Liverpool, was it? That might have been, I think that was 2015? Liverpool, I can't quite remember it off the top of my head. Fenerbahce, the next team. Fenerbahce will be at home. We know how good Fenerbahce are. Strong team. So Fenerbahce will be at home in Turkey against Football Club Zenit St. Petersburg of Russia. So that's a good game, that. Fenerbahce versus Zenit St. Petersburg. That is going to be a tough game, that. First game's obviously in Turkey, and then second game's going to be in Russia. Next one, Sporting Club de Portugal. Sporting Lisbon, should I say. Obviously, Benfica's main rival, so they cannot play against Benfica. They can't play Arsenal either because they're in the same group as Arsenal. So there's only one team that Sporting Lisbon can play against, and that is this team, Villarreal CF. Sporting Lisbon against Villarreal. That'll be an entertaining one as well. A couple of entertaining ties they've picked out. So, the last teams that haven't come out yet, I think, are Bate Borisov. Bate Borisov. And I think the only teams that are left, Arsenal and Benfica. So, Bate Borisov, I think this is Arsenal. Or it'll be Benfica. It's either going to be Arsenal or Benfica. Who is travelling to Bate Borisov? I bet you it's Arsenal, because it's funny. Chelsea played against Bate Borisov in their group, and I bet you this is Arsenal. And it is Arsenal FC. So, Chelsea and Arsenal have both, now both English teams will have played against Bate Borisov. And the final game will be no other than Galatasaray, which obviously Chan Kenga has just asked about Galatasaray. Galatasaray is the last team out. They will be up against the final team, SL Benfica. The UEFA Champions League group stage team, which is SL Benfica against Galatasaray. A very entertaining draw. Some interesting ties there.
Well, I can tell you what fans have been saying around the world, and they're really looking forward to so many of these games.
A lot of fans looking forward to this.
And having a look at some of these fantastic flashes, pick out a few maybe.
But if you are new to the channel, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Very much appreciated. So this is the draw in full. FC Victoria Pilsen of... Victoria Pilsen of Czech Republic against Dynamo Zagreb of Croatia. Club Brugge of Belgium, and they'll be up against the Austrian big team FC Red Bull Salzburg. Rapid Vienna of Austria will be against Inter Milan. Slavia Prague of Czech Republic will be against KRC Genk of Belgium. Krasnodar of Russia will be against Bayer Leverkusen. That's Deutsch team. Zurich, I'm not too certain where they're based. I think, is that Croatia? If anyone knows where FC Zurich is based, I can't remember which country it is, but they'll be up against Napoli, obviously, who dropped into the dropped into the Europa League after losing against Liverpool 1-0 with Mohamed Salah scoring the only goal of the game. So they dropped into here. Malmo FF against Chelsea FC. Chelsea obviously smashed straight through their group. Absolutely trashed their group completely. And obviously they'll travel to Sweden for the first game. Shakhtar Donetsk, obviously the team where Fred came from. United obviously signed Fred from there. Up against Eintracht Frankfurt of Deutschland. That's a tough tie to really call. I couldn't really say who I would pick winner-wise out with that one. The next page is Celtic FC, obviously the Scottish team, Scottish champions, who just about scraped through their group, even though they lost against Red Bull Salzburg at home. They just about scraped through due to the other result. They'll be at home to Valencia. Beyond Vivia, I'm not sure if I can see Celtic going through against Valencia, because we all know how good Valencia are. They beat Manchester United in the last game, the last European game, the most recent one, should I say, and that was in match number 6 of the Champions League group stage, Group H. They were obviously in the same group as United and Juventus, and Valencia didn't have a very good time. 5 points out of a possible 18. I haven't saying United wasn't that great either. 10 points out of a possible 18 as well, so United skipped through anyway. Leighton says I'm skipping school and I'm only 12. Wow. Obviously, Stade Rennais, French team up against Real Betis, the Spanish Giants. Pretty decent game there. Olympiacos against Dynamo Kiev of Ukraine. Lazio, the Italian team who share their stadium with AS Roma. Obviously, the Stadio Olimpico is in Roma, and that's where Lazio and Roma both play their home games. Yeah. And they'll be at home to Sevilla FC, who knocked out Manchester United in the UEFA Champions League last season. Obviously winning 2-1 at Old Trafford after a 0-0 draw in Seville. So Sevilla, obviously, we all know what Sevilla are like because they have won the Europa League a couple of times. They've won the Europa League a couple of times. I think the most recent one I remember them winning, most recent one I remember them is, I think, Liverpool, Fenerbahce, obviously another team from, obviously one of the teams from Turkey, one of the Turkish giants, up against Zenit St. Petersburg, who have a very strong Russian team. That's a tough game at Fenerbahce, I'll be truthfully honest. Sporting Lisbon against Villarreal CF. A tough one to call, really, for me. I think it'll be a very entertaining game, that. Bate Borisov versus Arsenal. Sadly, I can only see one winner in that one. Arsenal and Chelsea have both played against Bate Borisov now. Because Chelsea played against Borisov twice in their Europa League group. And then, obviously, now Bate Borisov will end up playing another team from the English Premier League in Arsenal. And the final game is the Galatasaray. It's Galatasaray AS. Obviously, Kenga's team, I'm guessing. The Turkish giants, who are very, very prolific when it comes to scoring goals, up against SL Benfica, who dropped into the Champions League, dropped into the Europa League from their Champions League group, finishing third in their group, in the same group as Bayern Munich. So, like I said, that is your round of 32 draw. Some very interesting games and very intriguing games to really pick out. I'm not really sure who I would probably pick to win those games. A lot of those games are unpredictable, to be honest with you, but like I say, it has been a very entertaining stream. That is your Europa League draw. Your Champions League draw is already uploaded on YouTube. Should be uploaded on YouTube already. If you want to know who Bayern and United got PSG, Bayern got Liverpool. So as I said, that's going to be the end of your stream. Thank you all for joining. It's nice to have some new faces on the stream as well. You're always very welcome, does this football stand. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe down below for more. I'm going to stay in live chat for about a minute, so if you want to get some more comments in, feel free. And I'll catch up with you later. Chelsea win the Europa League, says Leighton. Who knows? Football, only time can tell. Who knows? But anyway, thank you all for joining. From all anyone does this football stand, have a great day. Have a great day. Good night.